pull a meal, and a day ain't even have the goddamn bill on your bill.
Hello and welcome everybody out there. It's another episode of Factual Opinions, the only place to get the correct opinion on the state of video games. Today we are going to be taking a look at Xenon Valkyrie Plus. Originally released for PC, this enhanced port is cross-buy for the PS4 and the Vita, and it's also available on the Xbox One, which is where I reviewed it. Xenon Valkyrie is a 2D pixel-based roguelike platformer. I know that doesn't really narrow it down much because the genre is so crowded, but the general gameplay loop it's going for is the roguelike classic Spelunky. As you can tell by the name, it has a much more sci-fi style than its inspiration. You have 3 characters to choose from with various starting stats and weapons, a loose story of a witch trying to do some dastardly stuff hiding in the moon. It has the players going down into randomly generated dungeons within a set template, each zone featuring 2 acts and then a boss fight, which itself can be random, and runs involve getting gold, XP, new weapons, and all of the standard features you come to expect from a roguelike of this caliber. Sadly, in such a crowded genre, you have to do something really special to stand out, and the bar has been set by games like Spelunky and Rogue Legacy and other greats. Xenon Valkyrie breaks a couple of very important rules in trying to keep up with those games. The first and most important rule it breaks is the rule set and how consistent they are throughout the game. In Xenon Valkyrie, you have a sword, a ranged weapon, and a bomb or a special ability of some sort. It's a pretty good balance, and using those options is how you get through the game. However, for some unexplained, inexplicable reason, character abilities and ranged weapons are just completely disabled for boss fights. You are then left with a very tiny melee weapon to fight these huge, screen-filling bosses, and due to the game's not very precise controls and an inconsistent hitbox, it makes very hard boss fights seem impossible without taking some damage or outright dying. In a game where death means you have to start the whole game over again, that can be very frustrating. The second problem are the visuals. It's going for a very retro pixel style with a little sci-fi twist, and it's great on paper, but the character sprites are too small and the background and enemies often get muddled together. That combined with the controls that are slippery, it can lead to damage or death happening, and sometimes you can't even see how or what killed you. Both of these problems are only reinforced by the level design itself. Now, randomly generated levels are nothing new, but having some restraint and consistency to the algorithm is what separates the greats in the genre from the rest. Twice in my playthrough of the game, I was spawned into a room with no actual exit, so I had to use bombs to dig through the ground Spelunky style to make my exit. No problem, right? Except for the fact that my character can only throw 1 bomb at a time, and the cooldown for that bomb is super long. To make it worse, each room I bombed my way inside of was another dead end, so I had to repeat the entire process 3 times for that one random floor. It's a poor experience, and things like this keep happening regardless of how far I progress in the game or what abilities I unlock, and it just isn't fun. Enemy placement, trap placement, it all seems very haphazard, and they're placed with no rhyme or reason, and combined with the muddy visuals, the slippery controls, and a rule set that is constantly changing for no good reason, it takes what could have been a very fun story intro for a new type of roguelike experience that is just let down by all the rules it breaks and by how unfun the entire thing can be. Even at the very low price point, I can't recommend it with so many greats in the genre. It's not technically broken, it is just not a fun time. 2 out of 5 for Xenon Valkyrie Plus. If you enjoy the review, please like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode of Factual Opinions.